Okay, battery is doing good. And let me just jump right back into where I started off from. Anyway, sorry. Whoa, sorry. Um, Jacob's Ladder. Have you guys ever heard of the story Jacob's Ladder? I know that there are stories, I guess, that they've turned into children's stories. Because when I was little, I remember when I used to go to church, or when my mom made me go to church, there was this story called Jacob's Ladder, but I don't even remember what it's about. To be honest with you, I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even know. What the hell does that mean? What is Jacob's Ladder? But anyways, I had this dream about Jacob's Ladder. So I'm just gonna tell you the dream that I had, and I don't even know if it has anything to do with the actual children's story Jacob's Ladder, or if it's even in the Bible. I don't know. I guess I should ask. But anyway, this dream I had maybe four years ago, something like that. Like, it's not recent, but I just remembered it. Anyways, so in this dream, the world, every time I have these dreams, it's always some chaos going on. Something was happening where a volcano had erupted, and like, it was more than one volcano actually, and there was mayhem everywhere, like hot lava everywhere. And somehow, me and my siblings, my brothers and my sister, we somehow managed to find a plane and fly it. Like, this part of the dream is stupid. This doesn't make any sense to me. But anyways, we managed to find a plane and fly around so that we could avoid the mayhem that was going on with these volcanoes erupting. So we're flying around, and we realize that the plane is running out of gas and we need to land somewhere, but there's nowhere to land because obviously the volcanoes are erupting everywhere. So I find this little piece of land that we can land on, and we somehow managed to land on this little piece of land that is untouched by the volcanoes. Okay, we get off the plane and we're walking around. There's nothing around. It's like a desert. We're walking around. We don't know where the hell we are. We don't even know where to go. And in the distance, we find this old, beat down building. It looks like the building may have even been burned, but it was still standing. Still had shelter. And so we decided to go in there and see if we could find something to eat and something to drink. So we go in there, and there's all these women, like all these old church ladies, like. And when I say church ladies, I'm talking about those ladies that wear those big hats to church with the flower on the side and the suits, like those type of church ladies. And they were like all standing around in this building praying loudly. But it was not normal. There was something wrong with them. Like, they were praying in a language that I did not know. Like, it sounded crazy. And like, their eyes were rolling in the back of their head, and they just looked crazy. And I was like, these women don't make me comfortable, even though it looked like they were praying, and like some of them were down on their knees praying, some of them were standing up with their hands in the air praying, but they just made me uncomfortable, and I wanted to leave so bad. But my brothers didn't want to leave because they wanted to continue to find food and water. So I was like, fine, okay, just find it. They couldn't find nothing, so we decided that we were going to leave after that. But we couldn't, for some reason, we could not find the entrance to get back out the way we came in. So we were like stuck in this room with these weird, crazy, foaming at the mouth, eyes rolling back church women. So I was like, okay, we got to get out of here. And one of my brothers spotted my mother there praying. She was like there, dressed in her, Sunday best, praying with her eyes rolling back in her head, praying in this weird language that we did not know. And my brothers wanted to go get her and take her back with us. And I was like, no, leave her alone. Like, I just didn't have this feeling, this good feeling about her. I was like, no, just leave mom here. She can't come with us. Like, I was like, something's wrong with her. She can't come. And I know that sounds kind of bad in the situation that we were in, but I just knew that she could not come. She was not coming. Something was wrong with her up here. Like, she was not. I was like, no, we can't bring her. And they got kind of mad at me, but then eventually they listened to me. I was like, just leave her alone. She's in her own world. let her stay here with these church women. But we still could not find a way to get out. And so we split up looking for a place to get out. And I'm on my own. They all split up without me, and I'm just alone. So I'm looking around for a place to get out. And all of a sudden, there's a light that comes from the ceiling. And I'm looking up like, what the hell is this? And this was not electricity light. This was just like just a random fluorescent shining light in the middle of the ceiling that just appeared out of nowhere. And all of a sudden, this ladder, this is sounding so crazy. I can just imagine how crazy I sound right now. But anyways, this ladder comes out of the light, like a long ladder comes out of the light to the ground. And like this ladder is like glowing. Like it doesn't look fake, but it's glowing, so it kind of looks fake. And I'm just looking at it like, what the hell? I'm like, what is this? And I hear this voice saying, and this voice was so powerful, it like shook me. It shook the building. It was like, climb Jacob's ladder. And I was like, what? And so I start calling my brothers. I'm calling them to come over. And I'm like, do you guys see this? Do you see this ladder like just coming out of the ceiling? Like, this is crazy. Like, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't the only one seeing this, and no one could see it. Like, my brothers couldn't see it, my sister couldn't see it, and they're like, we don't see anything. What are you talking about? And I was like, you don't see this ladder? This big freaking ladder coming out of the ceiling? Like, they were making me feel like I was crazy, and they're like, no, we don't see it. And then again, I heard the voice say, climb Jacob's ladder. And I was like, oh my God, how do you guys not hear this? How do you not see this? So I was like, you know what? Forget about it. If you don't believe me, fine. But I'm going to climb this ladder because it's the only way out. So I start climbing it. And my brothers could see me. Just, I guess they thought I was floating in the air because they couldn't see the ladder. And I was like, just follow me. You can't see the ladder, but just do exactly what I do. And you can, climb out with me. So my brothers literally had to copy each motion that I was doing as I was climbing the ladder because they couldn't see it. And I was the only one that could see it. And when I started going through the light, because as the closer I got to the ceiling, the more, I guess, light I started to feel, the more, I don't want to say powerful, but more free. The more free I started to feel. And when I went all the way through the light, I woke up. That was the end of my dream. I don't know what that dream meant, but it would be nice if I could find out what the story of Jacob's ladder is. I don't even know if that's a real story, to be honest with you, because I don't know where it is. I don't even know where it is in the Bible. But I remember as a little girl that it was a story that we used to read in Sunday school. I just don't remember how it goes, to be honest with you. But, yeah. So that was my dream about Jacob's ladder. Okay. Next dream. Hold on. Let me pull up my little list here of dreams. Oh, okay. Here's another dream. It's a little more realistic. This dream I had last year, maybe. I think I had it last year. Yeah, about a year ago, maybe. I'm not sure, but I know I put it on my Twitter. I tweeted about it on my Twitter. I don't think too many people follow me on Twitter, so you probably don't even know the story. But I had a dream that I got off work and I was coming home, and there was something on the news right when I walked in the door from coming home from work. CNN was on television, and there was a woman reporting something happened. I don't know what it was that happened, but something big happened. Something happened to cause people to die. And whatever it was, it involved civilians and the military. And I remember watching the news report about a few thousand people died, like instantaneously. And they were taking the bodies of these people and lining them up in the streets so that family members could come by and identify them. It was really weird. Some of the bodies, I remember, the bodies of the civilians were in body bags, and the bodies of the soldiers were not, because they had dog tags, so they were being laid out in the street, intermingled with the civilians, but they weren't in body bags. But I don't remember what the newswoman was saying of how they died. All I know is it was something massive, and it was continuing. It kept going. Whatever it was that was killing people, kept killing people. And there was people walking down the streets looking at the bodies to see if they had any family members in this